What a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Live. I'm your host Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon and join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member and keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live. There's also a PayPal, Patreon and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly, if you'd like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the nature of Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcomed back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel, so please share the show on Facebook and Twitter. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon and join button to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now we are joined by Paul Hall and 10th Man, together with Arwin in G+, and a whole bunch of people in Discord, so welcome one and all.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Any evidence, as we've been discussing it for the vast majority of the pre-show, any evidence of a physical, geometric sphere-edge horizon formerly known as Earth curvature?
Not since January
Only
1,
on-
2020.
Only on
Never.
Alberoni's
It was
notepad.
never there, 10th Man.
Can you not,
Well, I
can you
know
not hear
it's
someone in
never there, but it
Discord?
was
Hello?
highlighted on January 1, 2020.
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear him in Discord?
Only on Alberoni's notepad.
On his notepad? Yeah, only exists on paper, only exists in maths. So no sphere-edge horizons, Earth curve, and its assertion based on physical geometry, and the Earth curve mathematics that asserts the horizon is a physical obstruction for boats and buildings. No evidence of this, it only exists in maths.
Also, I'm not sure though, but I don't think Alberoni had paper available. They were probably still writing on parchment.
That's fascinating.
I don't think that's any skin off his back.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. But thank you, Owen. Very interesting. Any evidence of axial rotation of the Earth-based variety?
No, they got that one wrong too.
Absolutely.
Just look at the stars. That's where it starts.
Stars? In fact, did
They're
you want to add
rotating.
something? Because you're causing feedback whenever you open your mic and leave it open. Did you say stars? How do they imply we're moving?
Yes.
Yes! How, I said. How?
Well, they seem to turn over time. And then if we just imagine that they're like, I don't know, similar places like ours, very, very far away, then suddenly, yeah, you can reason out that you could, how do you call it, infer from that the Earth is the globe.
Imagine, you say.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you don't. It's not imagination at that stage. It's beyond imagination. It's also utilising the R value, utilising that R value to assume Earth's a sphere, plot out the distances, assume Venus is the same size as Earth with the same radius value as Earth, so you can apply Kepler's third law of interplanetary motion to give you these vast distances that didn't come from imagination. They came from a whole load of reified mathematics and assumptions, i.e. Venus, a light in the sky, is the same size as Earth, giving you your vast distances.
Did I bring any of that into the argument?
No, but you should have done, as your devil's advocate.
No, I don't draw math into it. No, we're talking about the globe model is really about the imagination, and the more you know, the more that gets in the way. So it's really about just that. So that's what I did.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Not taking math into account or like actual distances or how big things are, just like how it is, how you can imagine it to be rearranged.
I see.
And with that, a Earth spin.
So can you imagine your Earth motion, or do you actually sense it?
I don't know. I would have to calculate it, and I'm not going to do that.
Calculate what? He's asking what you can calculate in terms of your feelings of some sort of inertia.
I don't know. The stars seem to be turning very, very slowly
Not the stars, you.
around us. So if we then, equivocate that to the Earth turning around the stars, then that's going to also be very slowly. So I wouldn't imagine that if I would have trouble picking the rotation of the stars up with my eyes, that I would actually feel it with my body if the Earth was the one rotating.
Well, what if you hover in the helicopter and just let the Earth
No,
rotate
no.
under
Hold
you?
on. No,
Wouldn't
no,
that
no,
prove
tenth
it?
man. Hold on.
I've heard somebody say that the atmosphere moves in lockstep with the Earth.
Hello. No, let's not go into a Coriolis effect. He's not used that yet, tenth man. He's saying the stars, and he's relating the movement of the stars to an assumption that it's not them that are moving, it's actually us. And he's gone on to qualify that the movement would be slow. That's what he said. Well, let's just stick with what he's actually asserting. So no, you're describing an angular, a rotational velocity, an angular speed, right? Well, that's got nothing to do with the actual speed that you'd be travelling on this presupposed sphere that's turning. That wouldn't be measured in RPM revolutions, or RPH, or RPD, or whatever you want to revolutions per. It's measured in miles per hour. So your edge velocity, the rim velocity at the equator, is over 1,000 miles an hour.
What? Angular? That sounds like math. I don't get it.
Yeah, don't play dumb.
Nice.
We're
playing
talking
dumb.
about speed, right?
No, you're not talking about speed. I'm correcting you because you're saying it's very slow, because if you describe it angular, like 15 degrees an hour, sounds pretty slow, right? At the equator, however, your edge velocity at the equator is in excess of 1,000 miles per hour. But the globers, or in this case the devil's advocate known as Arwin, who's doing a very good job, will conflate RPM, i.e. a revolution rating, with an actual speed, which is mph. Well, the two make it sound slow when it's actually really fast based on their nonsense. So travelling at a great speed, miles per hour, is seeming slow if you describe it in an angular revolution. 15 degrees an hour, that's really slow. No, it isn't.
It's not fair. Those are none of the arguments I forwarded. What I said is, since I have trouble even picking up the rotation of the stars with my eyes, I'm not going to assume that it's going to be much easier to pick up the motion of the Earth with my body. That was my argument. I didn't bring any math or even numbers into it.
No, I know you didn't, but I'm saying based on the mph rather than the claim to be slow angular speed that you gave, you would absolutely feel it. Going 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, it's absolutely absurd. But to make it seem slow, you give it in an angle. Well, it's only 15 degrees now, that's really slow. No.
I would know, man. I don't.
When you're
do
on a
math.
train going 150 miles an hour, do you feel it?
Yeah.
Well, so if
Well,
you
you feel
stand
the
up, you get
vibration
thrown
of
to
it.
the back.
Yeah.
I've been on the train. I feel it.
What's your point?
Well, can you walk forwards over 150 miles an hour to counteract the speed?
Counteract the speed? Why would you want to counteract the speed? I
Well,
don't understand the relevance of this.
If you're
What's the
going
point?
forwards at 150 miles an hour on a train,
What's this proving or disproving?
you,
What's it proving
well,
or
if it's a
disproving?
constant speed, you don't feel it.
Yeah, we've heard that 3 times. So what's this proving or disproving again?
Well, you're saying that you'd feel going 1,000 miles an hour at the
Yeah,
equator.
you do. Yeah,
but
you would.
wouldn't, because it's a constant.
Sorry, you've just said, would you feel it on a train? And I said, yeah. And you're going, well, no, you wouldn't.
feel 150
Yes,
miles an hour.
we're going to go
You'd
through
feel
this a
that
4th
much.
time.
Yeah, you would. You
Are you
would.
going to go through it a
would
4th
feel the
time?
vibration.
4th time? 4th assertion of the same thing that we've disagreed with, and you've just decided to ignore that? Yeah, you'd feel it.
Yeah, you feel a bit of shaking. 'cause
Right, so you
aren't
feel it then,
perfect.
Oliver. So, Oliver, can you concede that your point was meaningless? Because your claim involves us assuming that we don't feel anything at 150 miles an hour.
As a
You
train
do!
to perfect
Don't interrupt me,
constant
Oliver.
speed.
Oliver. Yeah. So you would feel it. You've just admitted. You would feel something then. A little bit. Oliver.
If it was perfect constant, then no, you wouldn't.
Sorry, if it was perfect and constant. So now we've got this appeal to obscurity. Sorry, on a plane or a train or what you exampled, you would feel it and you conceded that. Yeah, you'd feel it a little bit, you said. So, Oliver, you would feel it then.
But that's not because of the speed.
Oh, it's not.
Shaky.
So
It's like
if I was
nice.
stationary, not
It's
travelling at
like
150 miles an hour, I would feel something. It's got nothing to do with travelling at 150 miles an hour. I think your time talking is done, Oliver. Yeah, you didn't have a point, mate.
No, he
And
didn't.
they
He
just
hand waved
ignored
it
it.
right away after we told him we do feel it.
Yeah, and then he conceded. We'd feel it a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of our point, mate. 1,000 miles an hour as opposed to 150 mile an hour train that's hurtling like a waltzer through space, changing its direction. You'd feel that.
It doesn't change direction.
Oh, does it not?
No.
Oh, really?
It has an orbital path and it follows it.
Oh, really? So we're not travelling in multiple orbital paths?
There's one basic one.
Sorry, is that a...
every year.
Is that a... No, we are absolutely only having one orbital path, therefore no direction changes. Or is that a... the basic one, meaning, yeah, there's others, Oliver?
There are others, but there's one.
So there are multiple orbital trajectories which would give you changes in direction, Oliver.
Not great enough to feel.
Sorry, it's back to, yeah, there is changes in direction completely contrary to my nonsense that I asserted, but we're not going to feel them. So second time in a row, Oliver. Nonsense, Oliver. You're going to concede your nonsense twice in a row. You've behaved like a bonehead, and now you're talking through me while I'm telling you off. So no, Oliver, I'm telling you off. You've asserted nonsense twice in a row. No, yeah, you'd feel these directional changes because we've got multiple
Your
claimed
screams are
orbits and now
nonsense.
you're
We've
talking
heard
through me
it.
again. Is it that you don't like being told off and having your nonsense corrected by a flat earther? Is that why you feel the need to talk to me while I correct you for the third time as you talk through me? That's twice in
Nobody
a
needs to
row
correct you.
and now you're talking through me again. It seems you don't want to tolerate your complete horseshit being corrected, Oliver. Why are you displaying this complete lack of humility?
Can I talk now?
You can talk when I ask you something. You are a dipshit, and I am telling you off. On two separate occasions, you've asserted we
You
won't
said no
feel anything,
swearing.
and then when taken by the hand by me, you've conceded on two separate occasions. Well, you'd feel it a little bit, making your point void. Now I would like you to concede that your points, two of them, consecutively, have been void, you stupid idiot. You may speak.
Okay. I concede those 2 points because
Now shut up,
I know that.
you stupid dick brain dead globe head. Yeah? You've had nothing to offer and now you think that you're going to get the mic and ask whether or not you get a chance to speak. No, moron. You're a globehead retard who had nothing to offer but nonsense. Now you're going to get told off. So sit down, shut up, and know your place, you retard globehead. Okay? You may speak again.
So, a few streams ago, you said you converted somebody into thinking space was fake. Because you said that...
Sorry,
that-
do you think it's time for you to have a subject change? Did you not hear me say, sit down, you dumb shit? You made a nonsense assertion twice in a row. Now you're getting told off for being a moron. You think it's your turn to bring up a new subject, you absolute retard?
In that stream, you did change the subject when you made
Sorry,
a point.
do you think that you now have control of this discussion? The most stupid person here, the one who should be sat in the corner with his mouth shut with a dunce hat strapped to his head. You, Oliver, you complete clown.
It is called a
Sit
debate,
down and
not that
shut
one
up.
person echoes
You have embarrassed yourself. Now, what part of that don't you get, you unbelievable clown?
I think you've embarrassed yourself by getting pissed.
Oh,
off
you
at
think
China.
I'm going to reverse this total nonsense and claim that I'm the clown? No, dickhead. You are stupid. You have embarrassed yourself by completely contradicting your own statement, having been dragged around by your short hairs by me. Oh, we won't feel anything on a plane or a train 150 mile an hour. Oh, we will feel it a little bit, completely validating your point? No, making your point stupid. Then you did it again, claiming we don't have different changes of directions, only one basic orbit. Oh no, mate, until I get you to concede we don't, making your point invalid for a second time. Now you want to discuss what I've done? Yeah, you arrogant little prick. You are thick.
If you did listen to my first point.
Oh, I did listen,
when
you
I said
stupid
you wouldn't
shithead.
feel-
I did listen. Anybody on the panel feel that I didn't give this guy the time to give his point?
No, he conceded it.
Yeah, not only did I listen, I got you to concede how wrong you were!
I conceded the second one.
Yeah, no shit.
Not the first.
So, I did understand. Not only did I understand, I took you by your short hairs and showed you your own nonsense, didn't I, Oliver? So I did understand then, retard. You're just thick.
I
Yes,
Can I
stutter for me,
actually say-
bitch. Stutter for me. You're all bitches, you globehead retards, who come here with your nonsense, have your asses handed to you, and then think it's appropriate to change the subject, divert away from how stupid you've been, and then when I tell you off and it finally sinks in, you stutter like blithering bitches. Like this Oliver twat, stuttering like a moron. How's it feel, Oliver, to have your ass handed to you by a flat earther? Have your abject stupidity pointed out to a live audience? How does that feel?
As a child, because you got upset.
Now you're calling me a child. No, mate. I'm asking you, the retard who's had his stupidity pointed out by his own words and admission, how it feels to have his ass handed to him by a flat earther. I'd like to know the answer to that question. How does it feel to have your ass handed to you and your demonstration of stupidity being pointed out to you multiple times by a flat earther, Oliver? You stupid retard. Not me being childish, you being moronic. How's that feel?
No, I didn't call you a child. I said
I'm calling you a retard.
Shouted at me.
Calling you a retard, Oliver, and I'm asking how it feels to have your abject stupidity pointed out by a flat earther.
Well, I would say the same to you.
You haven't pointed out any stupidity on my part. It's only you that's demonstrated
because you
stupidity.
wouldn't
I'm the
let
one
me.
who's pointed it out, and I'm asking how it feels to have your abject stupidity pointed out by a flat earther.
Yeah, because you wouldn't let me point out your stupidity.
What stupidity? There isn't any. There's only you making a claim that was nonsense and me
You
pointing it
said
out, then you conceding it
That
by your
gas
own admission.
diffusion is the same. as
Now you're
any
talking through me.
stupidity.
Again, no humility, talking through me while I point out I haven't demonstrated any stupidity. I've pointed out yours on 2 separate occasions, and you've conceded it twice with
One.
your own admission and your own words. That's you, not me, being
Conceded the
stupid.
Second point.
Oliver,
I did
we
not
said
concede the first
multiple
point.
orbits. You said only one. Then later you said, well, the basic one, which means you knew there were multiple orbits. How
Yeah,
does that
I
sound to
concede
you?
that one.
Oh, right, so you don't concede that on a train going 150 miles an hour that we would feel it, even though you said you'd feel it a little bit. By your own concession, you've already admitted that you would feel it a little bit,
Feel
according to you.
Other things. You do not feel the speed. You
Yeah,
feel
you do.
going side to side.
Yeah, you
feel
do.
Going forward
Yeah, you
and
do. I've been on a
backwards bit.
train going 150
'Cause it
miles an hour.
changes.
Yeah, you do.
But when you stand up, do you move?
Yeah, you do.
Do you
How
get
many
thrown
times?
back
That's about the
150
8th
miles
time.
an
Are you
hour?
dense?
Well, so you can't stand up on a train? Are
Yeah, you can,
retarded?
but you feel the fact that it's moving.
You feel the changes.
Yeah,
Oh.
like the orbital changes we'd feel.
But those aren't big enough to feel.
Oh, are they not?
They take a
Oh,
long
are they
time.
not? Orbits is begging the question anyway. Orbits assumes we've got these rocks in the sky falling around things. There's no demonstrations of orbits. It's a
Well,
nonsense
space.
fantasy. But it's a begging the question fantasy that you're now employing. Assertion that we have things falling around other things. That's a begging the question fallacy. So this orbit nonsense that you're asserting is
Well,
debunked by the
it's-
speed changes that you would feel that you're saying aren't big enough, even though you claim there weren't any.
There aren't any big enough to feel.
Oh, so there are some, we just don't feel them. Speed changes, like a waltzer.
Yeah.
But according to you, this begging the question
There aren't
fallacy of
any that
orbits
are
that's
big enough to
unproven,
feel,
we
so
wouldn't
they
feel
might as
these
well not be
presupposed
there.
orbits, even though there is speed changes and they're vast. So, back to how does it feel having your ass handed to you by a flat earther for your abject stupidity and nonsense based on a begging the question fallacy of orbits? No? Third crack of the whip, maybe, Oliver? Maybe assert the same thing in the same circle jerk again? See how you get on a third time around this do-si-do? No? Good. Yeah, good lad. Sit down, shut up. Any evidence of the distance to the sun?
No, just a light in the sky. No evidence for distance.
Any scientific evidence of gravity?
Oh. No, no scientific evidence. Just a name they gave something that happens all the time to the relative density and things seeking equilibrium and disequilibrium happening.
Any single viable hypothesis from any of the fields of astronomy, cosmology, or astrophysics?
Well, I guess I have to make a trifecta here. No, impossible. They can only observe something, but they can't manipulate the independent variable to any of the things that they observe.
Any evidence of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the centre of a presupposed spherical Earth?
Sure. I saw it somewhere in a picture.
It's in a book somewhere. Got a great
Or
still of
P
one.
waves and S waves, right?
You got it. That was the one. P waves and S waves, right, Arwin?
You still don't know what they are, but yeah.
That doesn't matter. You don't need to. Any evidence that you can have gas pressure without the necessary antecedent of a container to press upon?
Yes.
Excellent. Oliver thinks we've got gas pressure demonstrations without a container. Go ahead.
Wow, he read my mind. He read my mind. I said, hang on, Oliver. I said, I wonder if Oliver's going to pipe in on this one. Go on, Oliver. I can't wait.
So you said relative density keeps heavy things down, light things up. Gas is heavier than a vacuum.
Gas is heavy?
So
What are you
gas
talking
can
about?
exist next to a vacuum.
Gas can exist next to a vacuum. Show us.
Well, you just said relative density keeps heavy things below lighter things.
Yeah,
So
gas-
things fall.
Gas, on the
So
other hand...
gas would fall below a vacuum.
Oh, you think gas falls down, go boom boom, do you?
Well,
You hear me? You think gas falls down, go boom boom?
well, gas has weight just like everything else does.
Gas has weight, does it? So gas falls down in a
Yes, it
vacuum,
does.
going boom boom. You have to sweep it up in the vacuum chamber, right? Do you want a third
gas
rendition
has
of the
weight
question?
Just like everything else does.
Third
So gas
rendition.
will fall down.
You're going to stutter and mumble through me for third time. You think you have to sweep up gas at the bottom of the vacuum chamber, do you? Because it goes down, go boom boom, like bouncy balls. Like solid bonded bouncy balls go down with their weight. You think gas does that,
But
do
in a
you?
vacuum chamber, the gas is removed. That's how a vacuum is made.
Yeah, until you introduce gas. That's what we're describing, the gas pressure. I'm asking you now for the fourth time if you think that gas will go down, go boom boom, like a solid bonded bouncy ball. Fourth time I've asked.
Well, if you had enough force pulling down on the gas, then yeah, it would not replace the vacuum because it would take more effort to replace it than to just stay down.
Sorry, so the gas will go down, go boom boom, will it? Fifth time!
Well, it wouldn't go boom boom, whatever you mean by that.
The gas will go down. I'll need to
Explode.
sweep it up, will I? Sweep it up in the vacuum chamber. Fifth time.
But it wouldn't be in a vacuum chamber because the whole point is there is.
Yeah, no shit. Don't play semantic games with me. We're talking about a vacuum devoid of anything, and then you introduce gas. Will the gas go down and then require sweeping up? That's the sixth time I've asked.
In a vacuum chamber, no, you wouldn't.
Oh, it won't! So when you assert the gas go down, go boom boom, it won't do that in a vacuum. What would it do in the vacuum?
Well, in a vacuum chamber on a small scale, it would replace the vacuum.
So it would fill the space?
In a small scale, yes.
So gas in a vacuum will fill the available volume, correct?
In a small space, yes.
Oh, in a small space.
In a small scale.
Oh, what makes you think that if you've got a bigger vacuum, the gas is less likely to fill it? What makes you think that?
Because relative density, if you want to say that and not gravity, will have an effect on the gas, keeping it down, and then the gas will want to spread
Keeping
out
it
into the
down?
vacuum.
It doesn't keep it down, you fuckwit. Are you deaf? You've just explained that it does not do that in a vacuum, and now you're back to asserting that it goes down. So, for the 6th time, you stupid retard, you think we have to sweep up gas in a vacuum? Oh no, it expands to fill the volume. Unless I assert that it goes down, go boom boom. So you're back to asserting it goes down. It does not. Why have you reasserted that? I've just had to spend 5 times and now 6 repetitions that it does. Shut up! Why have I had to explain to you 6 times that gas does not require sweeping up in a vacuum chamber? You've also conceded that it will fill the volume, and then you're saying on the small scale. Now, I'm saying if you've got a more potent vacuum, something with less in it, then why would that be less likely to have gas want to fill it? That's preposterous.
Because the effect of the planet pulling down.
No, we're not talking about planets.
Because gas
Don't beg the
weight.
question. We're not talking about planets.
In a vacuum chamber.
Don't talk
In a
about
vacuum
planets.
chamber, yes.
Hello? I asked you about a differential in vacuum. Now you're talking about planets. Don't beg the question. Just answer my question. Why would a quote-unquote stronger vacuum not have gas want to fill it? That's what you're saying. Back to, on a big scale, gas go down, go boom boom. That's what you're saying. No. On a bigger scale, it will still fill the available volume. I want you to concede that before we move on. Not move on to begging the question of planets.
If there's more of an effect pulling it down.
It's not pulling it down! Are you deaf? Are you retarded? It's not needing sweeping up, you stupid idiot!
So why do things fall?
Sorry, gas does not fall down, go boom boom, and need sweeping up. Are you thick?
Have you seen a
don't ask me what I've seen. Concede your stupid, retarded statement. Gas will not require sweeping up because it's going down, you stupid idiot. That's not what gas does. It's not going down.
If there's enough force holding it down.
Sorry, if there's enough force? What force? There is no force. There's only the gas
Gravity
expanding to
or
fill the volume.
relative density.
When I talk, why are you talking? The gas
Because you don't
fills...
need
And there he goes again. The gas is going to fill the availability of volume. Now, if you've got a greater vacuum, then that effect isn't diminished at all. Now, you're saying on a bigger scale, it'll go down. Gas does not go down in a vacuum, go boom boom, and need sweeping up. You've already conceded that, but only at a small scale, and now you're asserting that gas will fall down in a bigger vacuum. That's horse shit, you stupid retard.
Do you think gas...
Don't ask me something! Concede that gas doesn't need sweeping up first.
If there's not enough to hold it down, then yeah, it doesn't need sweeping up.
If there's not enough pulling down, gas never goes down. It expands in all directions.
Gas never goes down.
Yeah, it expands. It doesn't exclusively have a downward vector.
Have you seen any heavy...
It does not have an exclusively downward vector. No, gas doesn't go down. It expands in all directions. You retard clown.
Gas has weight?
So we're back to saying it goes down, go boom boom. 7 times. So we'd need to sweep it up in a vacuum. And what if it's a more powerful vacuum? We're more likely to need to sweep it up.
No.
No! You stupid shithead retard globe moron! That's right, no! Gas expands to fill the availability of volume it has. So no! I ask again. How does it feel to be teabagged by a flat earther?
If you want an echo chamber...
Not go down, go boom boom!
Because clearly you don't actually want a debate. You want to...
Sorry, this is a debate. A debate you've just lost. Don't need sweeping up. Conceded. No! Right, moron globehead being teabagged by a flat earther? You're going to claim this isn't a debate because you've lost? What a pathetic moron. No, you've just lost. Gas doesn't go down, go boom, boom like bouncy balls. You a Thunderfoot clown? You think gas goes down, go boom, boom? I can debunk that shit with a helium balloon, you moron. Gas doesn't need sweeping up in a vacuum chamber. And increasing the scale doesn't mean it's more likely to be swept up at the end. No, you're just retarded. With a globe faith, being teabagged repeatedly by a flat earther. It's not an echo chamber. Definitely a debate you've had with me. You've just lost.
This is not a debate.
Oh, no, it is. You've just lost. But you can claim that it's not a debate because you've had your ass handed to you with your gas go down, go boom, boom, like Thunderfoot Clown asserted. Retarded. Entropy, mate. Gas will expand in all directions. Like you explained when I asked if it needs sweeping up in a more powerful vacuum. Response from the moron globehead, no. This is a debate you just lost.
No, I didn't.
Oh, so it's now on to denial. Yeah, you did, mate. This is me repeatedly teabagging with your stupid assertion that gas goes down and needs sweeping up in a really powerful vacuum. It doesn't. However, if the sky was a vacuum, claimed to be outer space, a vacuum, the most powerful vacuum known, outer space, 10 to the minus 17 torr by the claim of globehead retards who think that gas goes down, go boom, boom. It doesn't. It fills the availability of space it has to fill. And space, the sky vacuum, is a space for gas to fill. And fill it must. It's a law of nature. It's called entropy. The gas will fill the space.
Bring it down.
You're saying it goes down, go boom, boom again?
Understand that.
So you're saying I don't understand?
Yeah, do you not understand that gas has a weight just like every...
Sorry, gas doesn't go down, go boom, boom. It's back to asserting the same shit in the same circle. So we've got a clown with no humility that needs to go round in the same circle because his cognitive dissonance has kicked in. No, mate. I'm teabagging your stupid ass. It's not time to assert that gas goes down, go boom, boom again because you claim it's got weight. When you say weight, you are invoking gravity, a single vector of down. Gas expands in all directions, clown show, as conceded by you, you clown moron.
Is gas denser than a vacuum? Do you think that or not?
Is gas what in a vacuum? Expanding to fill it all? Yeah, it is.
Denser than a vacuum?
A vacuum doesn't have anything you can measure in terms of density. It's the lack of stuff, you clown. So you've got another non sequitur, and you're not going to concede that your space sky vacuum's fake because gas is going to fill it by way of entropy. We're on to a new non sequitur, Ari Clown Show. No, just because you've had your ass handed to you. What are you going to tell me at the end of this non sequitur that this isn't a debate?
It's not a fair debate because you just keep...
What, because you're losing? It's not fair? Yeah. Bleat for me, you fundy fuck. Bleat how unfair it is to be beaten by a flat earther. Bleat how unfair it is while you gag on my bollocks. Yeah, chuckle for me, fundy fuck. You're being teabagged by me. Not fair? No, just losing. Sky is not a vacuum. Natural law, entropy dictates the gas will fill the space.
That's not fucking entropy.
Not fucking entropy? Yeah, it is. It's a natural law. Look it up, clown show.
Gas diffusion. It's gas diffusion.
Sorry, spouting out word salad's not going to help you, mate. Gas is going to fill the availability of volume it has. It's called entropy.
No, it's called diffusion of gases.
Oh, really? Show me the diffusion of gas law.
Diffusion occurs when gas molecules...
Don't tell me! Get a citation for the diffusion of gas law. Go. Cite it now.
What?
What? The shit you just made up, you lying fuck.
What?
Diffusion of gas law. Go get it. Citation, moron. Now.
What are they...
Stutter for me, clown show bitch. Oh, I love it when they stutter. Oh, yeah. Stutter, you lying clown. Diffusion of gas law? The fuck are you babbling about, you lying clown?
Yeah, if you're gonna do some culinary works with words, you gotta have your ingredients, buddy. You
Yeah,
gotta know
that
what
would be a
you're talking about.
citation. Ingredients.
Diffusion
Citation.
of
Diffusion of
gases.
gas law. Go.
What do you mean?
Gotta love
show
the-
it?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Stutter, stutter, stutter. I mean, back your bullshit, you lying shit.
I can see it right here. I don't have to send you it.
Yeah. Stick it in Discord live stream. Let's have a look.
Okay.
You mean let's have a laugh?
I'll message you because I don't know how fucking Discord works.
Ugh.
Apparently links don't work on Discord.
What have you got? What are you going to be citing? Hello? What have you got? Tell us what
I
you've
sent
got.
you a message.
I don't care about the technicalities
Graham's law
of the
of
communication
effusion,
method.
formulated by
Tell me what your
Scottish physical
citation
chemist
is.
Thomas Graham in 1848. Graham's law of effusion.
Graham's law of diffusion. Yeah, let's have a look.
Effusion with an E.
Infusion.
No, effusion.
Effusion.
EFF. Yeah.
And the law is?
The rate of effusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of the mass of its particles. I don't know what this means because I'm not a fucking scientist or whatever.
Sorry, don't mumble. Just tell us what it is and how it's relevant.
Well, you said there's not a law for diffusion.
I
It
asked you
is.
to cite
Graham's
it.
law of effusion. and
Hello,
diffusion.
stop. I asked you to cite it. Did I say there wasn't one, or did I say cite it?
Well, I sent you a message.
Right, so now you're going to tell me
You're
how
not
it's
gonna-
relevant.
But you said there isn't a law of diffusion. And I'm saying
Are you
there
going to
is.
tell me how this is relevant?
You asked, or you said
You
there isn't,
claimed
which
the
there
law
is,
of
which means
diffusion
you're
backs
wrong.
your point. So are you going to tell us how it backs your claims or not?
Well, no, I was just correcting.
No, so it's just
That's not like a
random
law of
word salad.
confusion.
Just random word salad then.
So he made up something that sounded good and sciencey.
Yeah.
No, I was saying he was wrong, which he is. And if he's wrong about this, he could be wrong about
Sorry,
all
wrong
matters.
about whether or not we have a law that's not applicable.
No, you said it was called entropy, which it is.
Yeah, it is. We have a law called entropy that dictates the gas will fill the available volume by way of an entropy increase.
No.
Yeah, that's true. You were to moron. You think there isn't a law of nature described as the second law of thermodynamics. You don't think there's an entropy law. You think it's actually applicable only with this effusion law.
But that's
Wrong,
not what
moron.
entropy is.
Sorry, why are you talking through me?
Why do you keep talking over me?
I'm the fucking host. I'll do as I damn well please. Yeah, I run this show, you clown.
That doesn't sound
So
like a
how
fair
is
debate,
effusion
does it?
relevant?
I never said it was. I never
Yeah,
clicked.
well, you brought it up. Not relevant. You brought it up, you complete clown.
You were wrong.
Sorry, I went around claiming there is no law of effusion. I just randomly said that shit, did I? And you thought you'd debunk it by showing it me? Or did you bring this up?
Law of diffusion.
Yeah, so you brought it up then.
Yeah, I brought it up to correct.
But what's it relevant to? You saying it's not entropy, it's this law instead? That you don't know?
I never said it was relevant.
You said it wasn't entropy, it's the effusion law! Are you retarded? Are you genuinely not capable of keeping up with your own nonsense?
Are you not capable of...
Are you not capable of keeping up with your own nonsense? You brought this up and are now telling us how non-relevant it is.
I'm saying it's relevant to the fact you're wrong.
What? Wrong about whether or not you could cite it. It's not relevant.
No, you said it didn't exist.
So, it exists. I concede. Now tell us how it's relevant.
I said it wasn't.
It's not
Are you
relevant.
trying to pull a Roger MC on him?
What you bring it up for then, you
Talking
stupid
shit.
asshole?
Yeah, total asshole. Meanwhile, the sky is not a vacuum. Outer space is fake. If the sky was a vacuum, then the gas we breathe would fill the space. The process is called entropy. It's described by way of the second law of thermodynamics. The gas will fill the space. Simple.
Nathan, go to Master B. I put a description of what this guy's talking about, effusion versus diffusion. It's very interesting.
Heads up.
All right, as you can see, it's from thought.co. What is the difference between diffusion and effusion? The first thing by Todd Helmenstein. When a volume of gas is released from one smaller area to another larger area with less pressure, the gas either diffuses or effuses into the container. The primary difference between diffusion and effusion is the barrier, which filters the gas as it moves between two volumes.
All right. So would space...
It's over.
10th, would a space be considered space? Is space a space? A volume for gas to fill?
Yes, it would be a volume for gas to fill.
So these effects of entropy, colligative effects, diffusion, effusion, these are all effects of entropy. We didn't get there. This clown show didn't know what the hell he was quoting.
Yeah, but this effusion, diffusion example is with two barriers.
Yeah, but those processes, all of those processes involve an increase in entropy. That's what they are. Now, this moron didn't even know what he was citing. You realise these are describing entropy increase, right? Oliver.
I never said I knew it.
I'm not saying you said it, you stupid shithead. Clearly you didn't understand, you fucking retard. Yeah, I'm now pointing it out to you politely, you stupid shithead. These are described with entropy increase. Entropy is the second law of thermodynamics. We never got there. I didn't even get to lead you there because you didn't even know what you were citing, you stupid clown. How do my balls taste, Oliver? Third time. Yeah, you're getting teabagged by a flat earther. You didn't realise that what you were about to cite was an effect described with an entropy increase. Entropy, second law of thermodynamics. Gas will fill the space. And then we're describing this particular effect. It even details it, you stupid shithead. How thick are you? Oliver, you're getting told off for your stupidity again. Hello, Oliver? It's describing how the gas will fill a larger area. Well, a larger area would be a sky vacuum. Moron, why aren't you responding? Don't you like getting told off by a flat earther third time in a row? What's wrong with you? Shouldn't you be dancing on the table, saying how this isn't a debate? When your citation backs our argument in debate, moron. Cat got your tongue, Oliver?
That kosher.
Yo, Oliver, clown. Cat got your tongue? This backs our argument that gas would fill the space. It's described in this specific citation that you didn't understand why you were citing it. Clown, why aren't you responding? You seem to interrupt me constantly when you wanted to claim it wasn't a debate. Now we've shown that this is an effect of entropy and you've not got anything to say. You've just lost again, Oliver, you coward. Why aren't you talking through me like usual?
Scaredy cat.
Scaredy cat, scaredy cat. Yeah, Oliver, you clown. You're a moron globehead like all of them. You are all clowns and you will all be told off when you come here with your nonsense faith in globe. No? No response, Oliver, you clown? Good. Sit down, know your place, in the dunce corner with the dunce hat on, saying nothing, understanding how stupid you are, Oliver. I thoroughly enjoy telling you globehead retards off. Shout out to a few super chats. Michael Mayshow? I hope I've said your name right. Eddie Bravo mentioned you. Yeah, no, I mentioned it in the pre-show. I'll mention it again now, thanks to you. Your name, and was clearly and concisely this time. Oh, let's make it a bit bigger. Eddie Bravo mentioned your name again, very clearly and concisely this time. Yeah, big shout out to Eddie Bravo. Big shout out to DITRH for doing such a great job explaining the Black Swan. Really appreciate it. I've gained a huge number of subscribers off the back of him shouting me out, so couldn't be more pleased. Thank you very much indeed for the super chat, Michael. Also, shout out to Cleary, who says, Boomity. Okay, thank you very much indeed, Cleary. Subscribe to Cleary, who makes videos. Also, shout out to Unitox Femu. He says, Oliver, please stop. I moved kids in other room. Fair enough. And then in another super chat from Unitox Femu, who says, oh god, I can't read these long conjoined words. Something is not relevant, but nice to say. I can't say it, so I can't say that word. Can anybody else read Unitox Memory super chat?
I'll do it.
Go on.
Otorhinolaryngology.
My God, how does he expect me to say that?
Otorhinolaryngology. Yeah, that's a pretty tough one.
I can't say that. Yeah, lovely to say.
Otorhinolaryngology. Come on. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's lovely to say.
Otorhinolaryngology. So it's otorhinolaryngology.
Perfect. Thank you. That was worth $2. Or £2, I should say. Thank you very much for the super chat, Unitox family. Really appreciate your support.
So that guy Googled something, and he thought he had something, and he didn't even know what he had.
No.
I don't know if that's a real word, though. You might have just made it up.
I think you're right. We should dwell on this a bit longer rather than Neil's point about Oliver not realising what he had cited. We didn't get there with him, but 10th Man gave us a nice shortcut.
It is a real word.
He just Googled it.
Yeah, the study of diseases of the ear, nose, and throat. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Otorhinolaryngology. Ooh. Well, learn something new every day.
And then it winds up backing our argument like Kosho does with the Coriolis effect. Brilliant.
It's in that first statement from the article. It says, when a volume of gas is released from one smaller area to another larger area with less pressure. So the second area, the larger area where it goes to, has less pressure. The gas either diffuses or effuses into the container. It's still that other area that it goes to is contained. It's not the vacuum of space. What does this guy get? That was so much word salad. What he didn't even know what he was saying.
Fun though.
Well, what they don't realize is when they come here, they get to leave wounded, maybe a little bit embarrassed, maybe because they didn't come ready for a good fight for the minds of men. We're here for the minds of men. So if it was a real war, you wouldn't be leaving. The other side wants to take care of, the soldiers from the other side and just kill them. But here you get to come back another day. But when you come here, your arguments are going to get killed. And they're not going to come back here another day. So Oliver, you better come ready next time with arguments that can stand.
Do we do R value already? Did we cover the R value? Any evidence of R, Earth radius?
No evidence. Unless they want to change it every day because of perspective, showing the horizon at different places where the sky seems to meet the Earth or the sea, which can only happen on a plane.
Knows.
Say again, Neil?
Or maybe Oliver has some evidence.
Give the guy a break. He's
three
with the medic right now.
3 beatings is enough in one day. Cleary's got a bit of an in-joke from a super chat. So Oliver thought the hippos were harmless. Yeah, people think we're stupid. Oh, look how cute those hippos are. Oh, dumb hippos. Oh no! I'm at my leg eaten. I think that's it then.
Yeah, that jungle ride at Disney was dangerous after all.
Well, the jungle is a dangerous place. Anyway. Hippos in the jungle? Aren't they on the African plains? I don't know. I have to check it out. Not that it's relevant. Thank you for the super chat, Cleary.
No, there's a ride at Disneyland here in California, the jungle ride, and it takes you through all parts of the African plain, the rivers, the lake, and then you're going by because you're on the boat. as you go through this ride. And these hippos pop out of the water.
Hello to all the newbies who've joined. A whole bunch of new people in Discord. Hello. Hello, Nathan. Good to be here.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Harp. Good to have you.
Hey, I wanted to ask that question. You can hear me good?
Yeah, perfectly clear. Well done.
Okay. Thank you. I was asking you before in the chat about how Chocolate came up with that 264,000 for the new radius, the Black Swan radius. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, yeah. Orbital path of the moon in their heliocentric model would be the new equator. It's actually bigger than that, but that's how I qualify it. Yeah. Chocolate,
now,
are you there? Is he there? Is he here? No, he's not here. It's based on their. If you do the mathematical extraction in the P statement of the Modus-Tollens argument, if the Earth is a sphere with a radius of 3959, then every distance to horizon measurement can be no more than 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. Well, if you back calculate how far the horizon is and what that would give you in terms of a radius value, that's where you get that value from. So how big is the sphere if the horizon is still physical and geometric and in the position in the Black Swan image? Well, that gives you the orbital path of the moon in the heliocentric model as the new equator.
So, but he said the radius is 264,000 miles. So how can that possibly be if your horizon is now, what are you saying, like 10 times further?
Yeah.
In that picture, in that particular
how can it be?
picture, I know
it can't, but
different pictures.
It can't
so
be.
If you're multiplying by 10, how do you? If you're multiplying by 10, how do you come up with 264,000 for the new radius?
I don't know. I'll ask Adam. He's the one who did the maths for us, as did Taboo Conspiracy. To be perfectly frank, I've not looked into the maths in enough detail to rattle it off the top of my head, but I can certainly run it by Adam, and he can certainly put the maths up. He's had it up on several occasions. How much attention I've paid to it when it's on screen is a different matter. But yeah, there's certainly Taboo and Adam can qualify it in terms of the mathematics.
Go to Master B. I just put it up.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. We'll have it for the audience in a second. Is it you that
I have
did
no
this?
idea what I'm doing in here.
It's a joke. That's the whole thing.
Okay, it's on screen, 10th. Is it your equation?
No, I called Adam and I said, Adam, I don't know how to do this. Can you do this to verify what Taboo Conspiracy did on his video, where he did do it and show it? And I didn't want to come out with it until I had a second opinion or verification of it. So Adam took and scribbled it on this notepad of his, as you can see, 2 pages. And he came up with 263,991 miles.
There's the maths for those of you who want it. Again, I'm not really looking at it. I'm doing something else. I should be looking at it in detail.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, that's why it's not real. That's the whole point.
David. Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense if you're multiplying by 10. If you're multiplying by 10, 3959 is 39,590. It's that simple. How do you?
That's not how you. That's not how you get the. That's not how you derive the R value. No. That's not how you do the measurements to derive R. The fact that the horizon's 10 times further than it should be doesn't mean that the maths to calculate radius would be just times it by 10. It's not that simple.
Oh, okay. I wanted to get clear. I thought it was just a simple multiplication of 10.
No.
Sorry.
That's okay. We've got the maths on screen. Like I say, if you want to see it, you'll have to go to the live stream. It's actually on screen for the live audience. Hello, Quantum Eraser. Didn't see you. I've got Skype over the Hangout.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's a derivation from Pythagorean formula. I did it a long time ago.
Basically what Alberuni did. That's how he's doing it, but based on the distance to horizon being what we'd see in the Black Swan rather than what Alberuni saw up his mountain when he's measuring a physical edge. So Adam's just gone, oh, right, so, well, Taboo Conspiracy originally has gone, oh, right, so it's a physical edge then. Well, let's do the same maths for the physical edge in the Black Swan and see what we come up with. Oh, what do you know? It's the distance to the moon for our radius.
Let me go find it. You already put the math up?
Yeah, I've already put it up.
Okay.
You want to do a plug for your show today?
Yeah, it's an open discussion today. Probably going to get pretty good, hopefully.
I love them.
Great plug. So be here or be sphere on the Quantum Eraser YouTube channel. That's 7 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Central Standard. For open discussion. It's a live show. People will join. Hopefully it'll be quite heated.
John, I just sent it over to you.
Sent what?
Adam's notes on the radius.
The math. I already got the math. Did it long time
no,
ago.
I know. I didn't know if you could see Nathan's screen when he posted it, so I just sent it to you directly as well. Yeah, I already know you know it. I'm just sending what he was showing the audience.
Thank you.
When you say open discussion, is there a specific topic that's going to get discussed?
No.
Okay.
I got a couple ideas. If it gets, if it goes into a law, I got loads.
Sure. Hello, Brew, B-R-E-W. How you doing?
Doing all right, man.
Good day to you too.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What can we do for you?
All right, I just got a quick question for you, man. Now I'm not gonna sit here and let you call me names and shit. So that's what you're gonna do. I'm just gonna get off. But here's my question to you: if you can explain the second law of thermodynamics to me in real detail, rather than just saying second law of thermodynamics, that would be great. Because you also didn't explain the pressure differences, the excitement in particles, the zeroth law of thermodynamics, which actually exists, was the transitive properties of gases in diffusion and diffusion, which would explain the relevance in, because you kept cutting him off. He's not a scientist. I am, and I do this stuff all the time. So you haven't explained anything.
You're
you
a
say
scientist.
second law of thermodynamics. You say second law of thermodynamics, and that's it. And then you don't explain it. And then you say entropy. Entropy really doesn't have anything to do with thermodynamics until you get to the particular particle densities of each gas.
You're a scientist.
You can't just say that because you keep saying entropy. Entropy only applies when there is a differentiation between two different gases. You have two of the same gases that are in equilibrium. Entropy does not occur because they are already in equilibrium,
hold on,
which is
just 1
the
second.
zeroth law of thermodynamics.
One thing at a time.
Which again, I guarantee.
And
you
will
can't
this ever
explain,
end? This verbal
that's
diarrhea, Brew.
very advanced, and
Will
you
this
can't
ever end?
understand the basics of the science behind it. So
Yeah,
you got to
this isn't-
explain all the
okay,
laws
Brew.
of thermodynamics. Because
Can you let us know when you're done?
Also
You've
talks
got
about
verbal
pressure
diarrhea,
and
mate.
heat and excitement of particles, which applies to the entropy. So you don't even explain any of that. You just
you've
sit there
said
and
that
call
5
people
times
names,
and you won't shut
call
up.
retards, you cut them off.
Hello, can you shut up?
There you go, right there. Can you shut up?
Yeah, because you keep talking indefinitely. You're not allowing anybody to
joke
respond.
you are.
So you're not going to allow us to respond.
Explain it.
Yeah, if
Explain-
you shut up, I will
explain the
try.
zeroth law
You just won't
in
shut up.
mathematics.
See, he won't
That's
shut
all-
up.
Let me just.
So
let
for
me
the
close
audience's
my
benefit,
question,
he said
okay?
explain it, and
This
now
is
he
the
won't shut
specific
up.
question
He's
I'm
just
asking.
going to rumpus the living
one
crap
question,
out
one
of the
question.
hangout. You've already
One
asked a
question,
multitude of questions. I'm trying to address.
I'm going to ask one question. that
No,
you
you've
have to
already
answer, you won't be
asked.
confused.
Why can't you shut up? You've said this
Now,
is
what question
science,
have I asked?
and now I'm not getting a chance to reply. So you've made a load of statements, and I'm going to try and attempt to address some of them. The second law of thermodynamics you said is science. That is incorrect. That's the first thing.
So what? What is that response? Second law of thermodynamics isn't science, apparently.
That's
now?
correct.
That's correct.
Why is it not science?
Because it hasn't
it
gone
doesn't
through the
go through the
scientific method. It's
scientific
not
method.
establishing a cause and effect relationship. It's just
Oh
a
my
description
God.
of. Why are you
The law
talking
is
through
the
me?
law.
Hello, audience.
A
Just for
law
the
is
audience's
not-
benefit, he's
I'm
asked me to
fine
explain
saying
something,
it's
and
not
now he's
science.
continually talking. This guy is clearly a cunt because he cannot shut up. I'm trying to respond
there you go.
to him.
Then the name calling.
Yeah, that's
Your
right. I'm
emotions
going to
get the
call you a
best.
cunt because you are. All you've done is assert that I'm going to call you names and then intentionally interrupt every word I say so that you can claim I'm just name calling. When in reality, I'm trying to describe your inaccurate assertion that the second law of thermodynamics is science when it's not. I'm just not getting a chance because you will not shut up. Now I'm going to take you off mute and we're going to see if we can have a civil discourse where you don't talk continually and refuse to let anybody respond to you. And then when they do start responding, you start talking through them. And when you're called what you are, a cunt, you start claiming that it's only about the name calling when you've interrupted a response I'm giving you. I'll state my response to your word salad, continual diatribe once more. We'll see if this ends up in a back and forth before we have to go to the after show. So, the second law of thermodynamics, a law of nature, is not science. It has not gone through the scientific method. It is not establishing cause and effect with systematic experimentation. It is merely a description that holds true always, not science.
So you haven't explained anything. I'm just waiting for you to explain your response.
I just explained my response. Now I can almost guarantee that while I reiterate my response, you'll talk through it. So no, matey, it's not science. Science would be the establishment of cause and effect based on natural phenomena and hypothesis that has been tested. That's science. The method hasn't been applied to this natural law, therefore it is not science. You are incorrect. Second time I've asserted. Let's see if you say I haven't explained it.
Again, you're gonna have to. You said it hasn't been through the scientific method, correct? Do you know how a law is derived?
Sorry, this isn't science. It hasn't gone through the method. Are you going to concede your incorrect statement that it was science? Or are you going to talk through me every single time I ask you to concede your incorrect statement? You are going to talk through me every single time, correct? Because you're talking through me now, and you are continuing to talk through me. I'll say it for a third time, then I'm going to ask people to stay tuned because we're going to have an after show. It's not science. And you are going to just literally talk through me every single time I assert it. It's not science, you were wrong.
You do everybody else.
Yeah, you are. You're not having a reasonable discourse, Brew. You're just talking through me. I've got no choice but to pop you on mute because every time you try and make it seem like it's me being unreasonable. That's what you fuckers do. You come here and say, I'm going to have a reasonable discourse. When in reality, what you're going to do is talk through me every time I try and reply to you. And then say, oh, here comes the name calling when I get frustrated that I'm not getting an opportunity to respond individually to your endless diatribe. And when I try and respond, like Rumpus does, you say, I just want to ask one question when I'm responding to your diatribe and you're not letting me. Yeah, you fucker. So, fourth time, we'll see if this cunt, which is what he is, actually responds to his incorrect statement that what we were describing was science when we talk about the second law of thermodynamics. It is not science. That's 5 times I've said it to him.
It is science.
Wrong. You're a moron. And I'm going to demonstrate how in the after show. Because if you are watching this live on Nathan Oakley 1980, this is where I bid you farewell. But if you are watching this on either Nathan Oakley or Nathan Oakley 1980 premiering streams, then stay tuned, as there will be an after show to follow. A massive thank you to today's Discord and G+ panels for making today's live show possible. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!